This is my wrapping up video, or what I've learned from doing my 4-week challenge. And again, I outlined one idea of training, but again, the premise or the idea of the training was to get to being able to lift my maximum weight in all 3 exercises. And I did believe that doing less reps, more sets, would be more beneficial than doing on week 3 on each of them. I had it written down to do 20 reps, which is more for endurance of the muscles than anything else. What I learned was how quickly my body can improve. And again, each exercise, the squats, the deadlifts, and the bench presses, they all had 1 day of rest before I did the other exercise, and 1 week before I decided to do the same exercise again. And that was shocking to me, how quickly my muscles, especially my squats, if you go back to the first week video or post, you could see that it was again 115 pounds was challenging for me. And yet I'm at the point now where I was able to do double that, which was challenging for me. And I did use a back brace for that, and it was challenging, but I was able to do it very well. The deadlifts challenged my wrist, my forearms, which I knew that going in there that my wrist would be my weak point in the deadlifts. My lower back have always been a weak point in my body slightly, so I would use the back belt, but I was happy to be able to, on the 4th week, be able to do everything without a back brace, doing the deadlifts of my max. All I used was the wrist wraps that helped with that. And then the bench press, my biggest concern going into it was my right elbow. I usually don't do bench presses that often anymore because of my right elbow. It was fired up and basically wasted a week's worth of exercise because my right arm would just not want to do anything, including curls, including back exercises. Only thing I could do is like squats because my arm would hurt that much. And that was my biggest concern with the bench presses. And coming into it, I was very happy that I took it very slow. First warm-up set was just the bar throughout the whole 4 weeks, and then I would just put 30 pounds in total on the bar and do that. And again, I went incrementally up between, I think it was like between 20 pounds and 10 pounds each set, doing just 5 reps. Sometimes I had a rest more than 2 minutes. And again, that was more me getting distracted with stuff than, but what I learned was how quickly the body can adjust, how quickly the body can strengthen itself. And I'm happy that I was able to do all 3 of the exercises in the 3 weeks that I set out to do. And in all my posts, I put there being cardio twice a week as well. And you might notice that I made 0 posts on that, and that was actually by design. Aside from the last week, I did the cardio religiously every single time. The 4th week for the bench press, when it got to the last exercise for the bench press, I hate endings of movies, endings of books, and this was the ending of my challenge, so I didn't really like that idea. So I actually skipped 1 session of cardio, but that was it. And getting back to my point of why there wasn't any post on cardio was really, I really didn't think of it being that interesting as a video to like watch me walk or watch me run. It just doesn't seem interesting to me enough. Like doing a video on bench press or squats or deadlifts are interesting because they're at least a movement that you can at least learn something from my technique, or learn that, oh, you can use wrist wraps if your forearms aren't strong enough to lift your weight, or a back brace if your back is just giving out, especially on squats. You're trying to focus on your legs, not your lower back. And that's why I didn't have any cardio posts at all. In summary, what I learned was, 1, the body can adapt and get stronger very quickly. 2, focus on your primary goal. Don't try to do multiple goals at the same time, especially with a narrow window of time. Just focus on your primary goal. And 3, make sure, even though the goal was to get to my max, I also had a sub goal, which kind of defeats number 2 of my summary, which was basically every week, every set I was trying to make sure I felt stronger than my last week. That was my mindset going into this, and each week that's what I was thinking throughout the sets. And then the 4th was, again, just the goal was to do it in a way that I was healthy. I wasn't trying to kill myself getting to my maximum, and listen to my body and listen to how it felt. Like a few weeks I made posts that I was planning on doing 10 sets, especially it was the bench press. That my goal was to do 10 sets, but then I listened to my body and stopped at 8 instead of the 10. And again, thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned for my next challenge, my fitness challenge. I haven't quite decided on the exercises that I want to do for the next 4 weeks. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel and Facebook as well. The description and the links are below in the description. Thank you very much. I want to thank my sponsors for helping me create more content. If you like this video, please share it and like it as well. And also comment on what you like best about this video as well. It might be highlighted in my next video as well. If you enjoyed my content, my channel is mostly about fitness videos, ping pong, and occasional blog posts, so please subscribe to my channel.